Hi, it's psychotherapist and life coach Michelle Bursell. I have an incredible tip for you today on how to transform your fear energy into your passion. And this is really exciting news because you've likely had the experience where you have woken up and maybe you feel a little off. You're feeling a little anxious about your day, maybe a little worried, or maybe your mind is full blown going 1,000 miles per hour, really worried about all that's on your plate for the day. And I've had that experience myself, and I know how it can really impact you and weigh you down. And for myself, I've experienced where it's really made me question myself and my effectiveness, and I start to feel scattered. And it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy where I really do have something to be anxious about because I'm not being as effective as I'd like to be. Well, I have great news, and that is I've learned how to transform energy that usually weighs you down to really serve and support you. And it can be done in just a few simple steps. So let's start with step number one. First of all, when you feel a negative feeling, so let's take today's example where you're feeling fear, you're feeling worried, anxious, begin to see this as an alarm because it truly is. It's an alarm telling you that you are putting more of your energy into your fear than your truth. And so what your emotions really are is this great compass, especially your negative feelings. They can really support you once you start to see that, hey, this is an indicator that I am buying into messages, whether unconsciously or consciously, that are telling me that are more fear-based and are taking me off my path. And so even when you have a little bit of anxiety, the messages are there. And so it's going to support you to be aware, whoa, this is an alarm. I need to pay attention to this rather than just blow it off. Step number two, what is your ego message? Slow yourself down to figure this out because two things are happening. If you're just feeling a little bit of worry, a little bit of anxiety, you're probably blowing it off. But you don't want to because you want to understand that there's an ego message, there's a fear-based message coming into play that your energy is seeping out towards. And you see, you need all of your energy to create what you want. Now, even if you're full-blown in anxiety and worry, you still need to slow yourself down because the other thing that's happening is you're being reactionary. And so you're not really hearing the message of the ego, you're just reacting. And so it's really important to spell out what your ego, what the fear is actually telling you. And the reason is because this is going to help you realize what an old message this is and how disempowering it is. Because the ego message is always going to have doubt, messages, failure messages, and it's going to take away your power. Step number three, listen to what your authentic self, your essence, your truth really wants to do. What does it want to co-create? What's the next step for you? It's within you. You know what you want to do. And so it's like you're putting these both out here as an option. Here's the ego message. Here's the message of my essence. What is it that I really want to co-create? Step number four, choose. Consciously choose. Because right here, if you choose the fear message, you can be certain that it's going to lead you where it has in the past, where you're not going to be effective because you're going to be caught up into reactions, or you're not going to have the energy to choose the option of your essence, of your truth. So consciously choose, because you're not going to be sorry when you do this, because you're going to be doing something different. So even if it doesn't meet your expectations, you are going to be on the path of revealing more of your potential, more of your highest version of you. Number five, take action now towards doing this. Do not put it off, because what's so great about this is that when you are feeling fear in that moment, that is energy. And that energy typically weighed you down. But now it can be that energy that propels you, that gives you the momentum. And now that you understand that this is all just ego messages, you've done it before and it hasn't worked for you, and it's just an alarm to serve you to get back to your truth. You authentically feel more passion. You want to put the energy towards what you are meant to co-create. And this is how you begin to transform and really gather the energy that you need to co-create. So there's all these tools that are available to you, and it's really about bringing them together in a way so that you have all the energy you need to propel yourself forward. We need that rocket fuel energy to do that. Now, for those of you who may have a stubborn ego like myself, you may benefit from my Feel Virtual Mastery program, where we really go in depth as to what the ego blocks are and how you can address them towards each of the major feelings that you have. So if you're interested in that, I invite you to check that out. It's right on my homepage. For all of you, whatever choice it is, whatever step you make, I hope that you continue to see the power that you have when you consciously co-create, and especially use the power of all of your emotions to serve you. So until next time, continue to live emotionally conscious and exceptionally well.